Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on with y'all? Happy Sunday. It's your boy, Darius, yours truly. On IG is yours truly underscore Darius. But that's neither here or there. Just wanted to, start the night off by saying, hope everybody had a good weekend. Today, been washing clothes all day, so I'm tired, but at the same time, I'm really not. So, I'm already ready. Got the bottle on deck. Had it in the freezer for a little bit. Had to get that little chill real quick. But yeah, definitely, I appreciate everybody that tune in every Sunday. We do our best to come up, with these with topics and discussions, that regular barbershop talk or pillow talk or questions that women ask, not just myself but other men. And I know there's women that wouldn't mind listening to somebody else's voice other than her boyfriend's or her husband's. So it's good to have these talks and actually get to the bitter end of things. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to start up the discussion by addressing something. With the whole Shannon Sharpe leaving. You know what I'm saying? And I've been a fan of that show since the beginning. I think that show started September 6th. Derek, what up? I think that show started September 6th, 2016. I think this year would make 7 years. And it's crazy. When I first heard the report, I already knew, it was real ever since that episode in December. I don't know what day it was, but I know YouTube has it. I think it was like December 10th or December 12th, something like that. And basically Shannon, Skip and Shannon had a discussion. You know what I'm saying? And I was home that day. I'm a fan of that show, and I still am. And when I watched that episode, I knew it wasn't scripted. Like there was pain in Shannon's voice because he felt so disrespected. And it was just like it was uncalled for. It was one of those moments where it was just like you didn't see it coming. And even if you scripted it, it's just like, yo, there ain't that much acting in the world for anybody to be that pissed. You know what I'm saying? And Shannon was disrespected. And when I watched it, it felt like this is even way before, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if the Will and Chris situation happened earlier this year. I think it happened earlier this year, or was it last year? But that's beside. I think it was last year. But it felt that moment. It felt like a Will Smith slap. Like Skip went overboard. You know what I'm saying? Defending Tom Brady, and it's like, dogs. Even if that's your brother, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if that's your nephew or like your grandson, like, no matter what he is to you, it's like if somebody's giving a full fact on a person and they not being disrespectful, it's like, just take my criticism as for what it is. I'm just speaking facts. And Skip went overboard with defending Tom Brady, and I remember that episode very well. And Shannon was hurt, And I remember I had this discussion with a couple of my colleagues at work, and they didn't even see it. They didn't even see when it happened. They saw it like when it, people started like, retweeting it on Twitter. People start reposting it on IG and Facebook, and then it was like it just caught, like, you know what I'm saying, like it just caught fire as far as like everybody talking about it. Even Vlad TV, Vlad was talking about it with guests on his show as far as like when it happened. So it was just like that's how I knew it was real. And you know, Shannon still kept it, professional. Regardless of what was going on behind the scene, um, regardless of what's going on behind the scene, like, you know what I'm saying, like, Shannon still basically kept it professional. Um, he didn't show no signs of him being, disgruntled. He didn't show no signs of him being pissed moving forward. He kept it as clean, and he still was himself. He still was, laughing on the show. He still was doing everything for the cameras. And I remember him being on, what's that, all the smoke with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, and he was, like he was praising Skip. But this is like, I think this was like a couple of years ago. So it's like you fast forward and you see everything that has, transpired. It's like, like, Skip messed up, by even going that hard. Like, he didn't have to, take a shot. Like, if that's your man's, why you taking a shot at him? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like one of those, like, why? Yep,
Yo,
it was good.
cool. How are you?
Chilling, chilling. I was talking about the whole Shannon Sharp news. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
like,
okay.
what I'm saying, like, I didn't want to speak too much on it because it's not, he never confirmed it, but he didn't he didn't disagree with it either.
What's that?
And I think they reported the fact that once the finals is over, that's when he's gonna leave.
Probably.
So, he got a buyout. So, that's how them buyouts work. You still work until, the date that you agreed,
Yeah,
with
we
the
just we
employee.
just paying you out your contract,
Yeah.
whatever's remainder of this year for your contract, and get you up out of here.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I, and somebody was like, debating with me at work, like, oh, when they first happened, I was like, listening to Shannon, talk so much about his grandparents and, the standards and his morals and stuff like that. Um, they was like, yeah, Shannon, he just like Stephen A. And I said, nah, bro. Like Stephen A. He be always hyping himself up and always have to remind people he from New York and what he won't tolerate. And I said he's a coon for real, if I'm
I
being
don't got
honest.
nothing. I don't got nothing wrong with you reminding people what you won't tolerate, but he's definitely on the. He's definitely on that train.
Yeah,
Egypt, get over here.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not you know, with Shannon, I understood because Shannon was able to talk his real talk when he was on that podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. And if you ain't watch it, yo, I advise you to watch it because he's still,
We we all know Skip a piece of shit though. Like
yeah,
he know that too. But to be honest, he
yeah,
defend LeBron James the same way that Skip defend Tom Brady. You
yeah.
can't say nothing bad about LeBron James. That shit could be 100% true.
Hmm.
You see, he was ready to fight. What's the name? Pops like for LeBron James.
But it wasn't because of LeBron. But it was,
I
I mean,
know.
like,
Granted,
but
granted.
it was the fact that he's there. He's a big LeBron supporter. So
Hmm.
I mean, like, it's gonna look, it's gonna be viewed as such, depending on
It's nasty, bro.
yeah, yeah, depending on who it is. Like, some people gonna say, yo, it's because he was defending his man. Some people gonna be like, yo, Shannon was on that yak. Shannon was like bugging out. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, Skip is who he always been. He's not. And he showed you, like, he said it live that day. Like, he ain't gonna change just because you in your feelings. Like, he stand by what he said. Even with the whole DeMar Hamlin situation. Like, even though
He's supposed to get broke up for the DeMar Hamlin situation.
the whole DeMar Hamlin situation, like, Shannon didn't even show up to work the next day. And people already had a suspicion, like, yo, like, I mean, he felt some type of way about Skip's tweet. But of course, Shannon, still kept it professional. He wasn't going to say anything crazy. But he just like, yo, like, I stand with the players. That's what Shannon said. That was one of the first things he said when he went on the show. I stand with the players, and I wish Skip would have took down the tweet. Skip was like, nah, I stand by what I said.
It's just, that's because he can relate. You debating a guy who didn't really play no sports at no high level,
Right.
and you want him to understand, and he's already set in his ways. This is what
Mm-hmm.
they pay him to do.
Yep.
So
So it's like,
I,
I
I
mean,
wouldn't dare argue with somebody who can't relate to something I've been through or something I did. Like,
right. But yeah, man, I'm gonna see, because I mean, finals could be over tomorrow night. We'll see. I will be watching because Miami had a good run, and I don't want to predict that Denver is going to win because that's when you got to put your foot in your mouth if if that doesn't happen. But
nah, one of my bros called it. He said 4-1 Denver. He called that joint early.
but
But I do think they got slighted game too. A lot of those calls is like,
yeah, I ain't really. I fell asleep on game two. I watched the first half, and then when I woke up, I said,
but
"What happened?"
it started early. Like it was
Yeah,
off the gate. But
but when you look
hats off
at
to Miami.
yeah, man, I'm talking about tremendous run. The teams that they beat, and granted, you could look at all those teams and go, okay, like, but it's no excuse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first round, they beat Milwaukee handily.
They
Like,
swept Milwaukee.
they slapped dog shit out of them. Like, um, and, and then after Miami, it was who? I
The
mean, yeah,
Knicks.
after Bucks, it
After
was Knicks.
Milwaukee was the
Knicks was
Knicks.
like, yeah, I ain't have, as much as I wanted, like, every New York person just wanted to see it happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you wasn't a Knicks fan, you just was seeing, like, yo, like, let's see how far this will go.
Yeah.
And
But once
it
they
was
ran into Miami, I knew it was over. I don't
but
I don't think Miami was going like I didn't think they were gonna sweep in Carlton.
yeah,
I didn't think they was gonna get swept, but I knew it was over.
yeah. And Miami won that, well, 4-2, right? Yeah, 4-2.
Like I 100% knew it was over Carlton.
Yeah.
I'm going outside, not y'all.
But yeah, man. What's up with this this dude Zion, man? He looking bad out here in these streets, man.
He making South Carolina look bad, man.
Zion
He making South Carolina look bad.
Zion is the headliner for all the
Nah, they
wrong
can't.
reasons. Like, and listen, you ask me some of these porn stars if I watch their videos, and certain porn stars, you hear their name, you go, oh, I know who that is. When I heard who it was, because my boy at work, he was like, yo, you heard about Zion? Somebody putting him on blast. I said, no, who putting him on blast? He said Mariah Mills. I said,
I don't
Mariah
even know who
Mills.
that is, bro.
I said Mariah Mills. I said, oh, I know who that is, but I said she ain't all that though. Like not trying to play her, but she's not. You know, I was like, he was with her. He was like, yeah.
I don't even
He
know
was
who that is.
he was like, apparently, because she put their whole messages on Twitter. I'm reading the messages. I'm just like, bruh, like I'm like, yo, I get it. I get it. Sometimes when it comes to a person making promises, when a person is you know, leading you on, to believe, what you want to be true or what you think is true, and then a person is not, keeping their word, you're pissed. You're pissed off. I get it. But I remember my brother, right? I remember I posted something about my pops one time. And this is because he, what I mean, like he didn't want to speak to me. Like every time long story short, I was trying to reach out to him, and you know, his boy kept answering the phone, telling me that he didn't want to talk to me. I'm like, what you mean you don't want to talk to me? Like I'm your son. And I was going back and forth, and I'm like, yo, put me on speaker. And what I mean, like I'm yelling at my pops because I'm pissed because he's not, even trying to tell me what's up. And I feel like, it's a better way to do it. Like, now I'm saying, like, and the only reason why I put my pops on blast on Facebook was because he wasn't trying to hear me out. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I had some choice of words, right? Know what I mean? Like this was years ago though. This is years like like Heidi was like small.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something petty that he wasn't talking to me about. Like, know what I'm saying? And it
I
was just
think I
like
know
one
what
of
you're
those.
talking about.
Yeah, it was just one of those. Like I was just like, I said what I said. My brother called me like, yo, like, know what I'm saying? Like I get that you pissed, but bro, take that down because, and I had to see it from his point of view. I was just like, you know what? You're right. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, let me just take this down before it get ugly because I'm not just speaking out of anger, but I'm also embarrassing myself and the family. So I get it. When it comes to that situation, it's like, yo, I don't know what's up with these NBA players, man. I really don't like. I don't know what's the infatuation when you go straight after a porn star, and not all of
It's an
them.
athletic thing, period, because it happened in the NFL too.
Yeah, because it's not all of them, but it's starting to become like superstars are getting caught out there. Because I mean, it ain't just started, but see, back then it was swept under the rug, or it was just kept. It was kept below the surface. It was hidden.
Screenshot wasn't invented. That's what it was.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. And you know, I don't want to bring my boy up, but since we're having a discussion, I have to. My boy Mello. um, I can't say he and say I know him and Lala situation. I really don't know, and you know, she could have put him through things to make him do what he did, or they probably was having, you know, whatever. Or Mello was probably just feeling himself, and he was just like, "Yo, I am who I am." Like now, I'm saying, I'm gonna do me. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just like Lala is not a porn star. and I ain't saying here saying that she's an angel either. But when you're that type of star that to the point where the whole world knows your name, it's like,
Hmm.
well, you know, the whole world know your name, but that don't mean everybody got to know your dick.
Yeah. That was kind of crazy, champ. I ain't gonna hold you. That was kind of
No,
crazy.
but
Like,
like I'm just saying, like now I'm saying like you don't have to, like, you know, like that's, and I can't speak for everybody, but if I had mellow money, right, regardless, regardless of what I may, regardless of who I am, what's my stature, and how many um how many sneakers I own, and how many endorsements I have. If I'm,
hmm
if I already have something and what I have is not working, of course the public is going to catch it. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be broken news, but when you do extra things to get your name out there and it's for all the wrong reasons, you're giving people, shit to talk about. And it's like, my man, you ain't been playing in good health for like a couple of years now.
hmm
So now you've been basically stealing money from the Pelicans. You're stealing money, bro. Period.
Yeah, no
Um,
gun.
like, and not only are you stealing money, but at the same time you having fun, you know, dipping and dabbing in all type of like activities, and you're not even on the court to basically, you know, let these whatever your owner or these coaches know how serious you are when it comes to the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? And some players they in it for the money.
Was
Some players they actually care about their craft.
hmm
But the legacy he leaving right now, you're not on the court for 2 years. You messing with a porn star, and from what I understand, you got a baby on the way with the girl that you cheated on shorty with. Yeah, I was like, yo, Zion, you living, boy.
young man with a lot of money and a lot of time on his hands because he's not playing.
And she putting his
He,
she putting his business
reality,
out there, bro.
he's still a kid, bro. How old is he now?
Zion is 23.
Like 22, 23, something like that.
Yeah, I think Zion like
He's still a
23.
kid, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, like you can't.
But let me not say he's a kid. He's immature.
Yeah, like even with the whole Zion, even with the whole Josh situation, like you know what I'm saying, like him being caught up twice. Like this is the second time now. So it's like, first time people was able to, pass that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's, it was a mistake.
I'm
You know what I
able to
mean? Like,
I'm able to pass this. I do saw people making a gripe because TV is telling them to make a big deal out of it.
yeah.
It's the only reason why.
So how you feel about the second one?
I just think there was a messed up move by his homeboy.
Yeah, because his homeboy was recording.
Yeah.
So his homeboy ain't know that at that moment he was, but Josh should have been conscious too. Like, I mean, like, even,
But
you
it's
know,
no,
you,
yeah, if I'm in a car, there's no way I'm holding it up like this while driving and all that.
like,
You
know what I
know,
mean? Like, your boy is like, yeah, yeah, you know what I
if
mean?
I
Like, yeah,
got it, there's
bouncing.
no need for you.
Yeah,
If I got it, there's no need for you to know that I have it. Like,
no. And most dudes that do carry it, you won't know until it's over. You won't know
most,
until.
I won't say most dudes. Most people when they got a gun, they want to let the world know.
I think that's 50-50. I'm
Yeah.
talking about, well, the ones that show off, yes. But I'm talking about the ones that we grew up with. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just walk around the club and you know what I mean? Like you just look at him and go, yeah, he got that thing on him. But he ain't pulling it out until he actually have to, or that he wants to, because he's gonna do something. When it's reported that, you know what I mean, like when it happened, then they was trying to like, backtrack. Like 2 weeks later, it was like, yeah, it was a toy gun. Like, bro,
I mean, I can't. But he got a valid argument on that video. You can't tell. Like, only thing you're gonna go off is his first video.
right? But at the same time, I say this though, if if that was the case, if it was me, And of course, I can't speak for Ja. If it was me and I knew that it was a toy gun, but at the same time, the world already sees it for it to be real, right?
Hmm.
I'm not going to wait until it starts to catch fire to the point when now I'm being talked about again to the point when now I got to come up with something to basically let you know that it was a toy. Even if it was a toy, why wouldn't I say it at that moment when I know this is going to break out and it's going to be a bad look?
Why say anything at all?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But because it was IG Live, like let's just look at it from a social thing. The commission already spoke to him, right? Even if it was a toy, he could have just cleared that up. Like, yo, like even his boy, because his boy made it hot. His boy,
I
dropped the camera.
I mean, in a situation like that, he gonna be wrong anyway for his boy recording.
Yeah,
What can I say for you to change your mind? So why say anything?
right. So that's why I feel like Josh should have just let that go. Like if even if it was a toy, the way how the media's gonna look at it, oh, you teasing. Now you teasing with that they're dragging. Regardless of even if it was a toy, the commissioner people's like he got people's around him too. That's probably in his ear like, yo, look, even if it was a toy, why is he broadcasting that? Why is he doing like now
You
just
can't.
like
And then in the same token, you can't tell a man what to do in his own free time. But yeah, he does represent
it
a
represents
brand, so
yeah,
it's kind of it's a sticky situation. Like,
yeah, it's ah but yeah, these young players, man,
I
you
was
know,
about to say, also look at the generation he grew up in. Like,
yeah,
where it's okay to do something and then talk about it, and then wonder why you got arrested. Like, so
right. Because if we being honest, if Ja didn't have the brand that he has now, he wasn't the star that he is in the NBA or even off the court. Because everybody know him, but you don't want that bad rep. You know what I mean? Like you got actual gang members that look at that. Not saying all of them, but there's a few. I think there was one in Memphis that shot at him out. Was like, yo, like now I'm thinking like since you want to play with guns, like why don't you come visit me? Like now
that wasn't Memphis. That was
that wasn't
Brick
Memphis.
Baby.
Okay,
Nah, he's from California.
okay,
But
okay.
that was some bozo shit by him too. Right.
Right. But what I'm saying is, not everybody they're not gonna want to hear, why you did it or if it was fake or not. They just like, yo, like you made it. They looking at him
But
like, yo, you
who's to say I gotta explain myself even if I made it? Like,
true. But they also looking at it like he's
he's a nigga with money. Keep it a buck. That's what it
well,
is.
not just that, but he's also an example of the younger generation. Even though he's young, but you still have other kids that look up to him as well. So they will still find a way to drag that out.
Of course they would. He's a nigga with money. Like,
But but yeah, man, Zion, oh Zion, um,
shit happens every day, boy. With his kind of thing, it happens in the hood every day.
right.
With worse. So
But it's like, first of all, with his
Cody was going on.
Cody was good, but it's like Zion. It's like okay, because I never really watched him in Kentucky. Like now I'm saying I just knew of him.
Zion was the dude.
Duke, my fault. I'm thinking of um
The rest of the NBA.
yeah, because damn near
Every
everybody
time
comes
the
from
rest, somebody
Kentucky.
come out of Kentucky. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's I, yeah, because they both of the uniforms is blue. Like now it's blue and
Yeah.
white, so it's like, and it's not even like an off blue. Both of they both of their blues are
Yeah,
the
it's
same.
royal blue and white. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I never watched him. So it's like when he came his rookie year and they talked about his weight. I'm like, I mean, I was like, they ain't that big. And then the injuries started piling up, and I'm like, okay. And
It
then
was when they was talking about his weight, then they was kind of talking about his work ethic.
yeah,
So,
and I'm like, I was like, okay, just like you said, like to piggyback what you said, he's young, so it's like that money coming in, so he's looking at it like, yo, I made it at this point. You can't tell me nothing. But until you actually lose it, well,
Dev at
Dev is at
work.
work. Dev
It's
is at work.
it's Red Sox week, so
Yeah, yeah.
you might see
So he,
Dev for
you
like
know,
2 minutes.
he'll probably jump online probably a little bit later, but then he'll get right off. But but yeah, like I I heard the name, bro, and I was just like, first thing I said was he could have did way better than her.
I don't even know who Shorty is.
Like when you hear porn stars, you think of Pinky,
I mean,
Cherokee.
if he was with Pinky, he could have did way better. Like you see how she looks,
Oh man. Now I'm just saying,
yeah.
like as far as like
But
names, like when you think of
I
names, you
saw
go,
the
oh,
pictures.
okay.
I was like, she pretty. Like she's not an ugly woman,
No, she's not.
but
But
I don't know where she stands popularity wise. I don't know how popular she is.
uh,
I think she's a porn star. So
and we had this discussion last week. Was your wife a porn star?
never. I told you never.
No, I was asking you again. I was
Uh,
just saying, like this reflects on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just happened that we talked about it last week, and now this came out this week. So it's like, man, um, yeah, get ready to pay for that child support, bro, because that woman that you had a kid with, I doubt if she stayed with him either. I'm not wishing that, but I just see it happening. That happens 9 times out of 10. But yeah, she hit the jackpot when it came to Zion. Whoever Shorty is, I don't, even if she is, like even if she is a brand, she has her own brand herself. You dealing with an NBA star that got his kind of paper? Oh, you definitely made it. You straight.
yeah.
You straight. And my man just signed an extension last year for $190.
On top of what he already makes.
And then even if he gets back into health, like even if he gets back into into good enough health, that and I hope Zion does. I hope he, what I mean, like balls out. But he has to drop that weight, bro. He has to drop that weight.
Absolutely.
Like that's too much weight. Like he's literally like he has the body of a tank, but he runs full speed. Like, yo, I never seen a person his
He
size.
turning into Big Baby Davis slowly but surely.
Like, his size, the speed that he has is crazy. So it's like even when he tries to stop, them knees to give out. So it's like he'll have to drop that weight. You can still be big, but not like he's
Nah,
big.
he's just not in shape.
No. But yeah, I got a question for you though.
Huh?
Did you ever have a one night stand or a sexual interaction with someone you regretted having anything to deal with?
Yeah.
Would you say
I
anything to that person if you was to see them today?
I mean, I don't got no animosity. It was just that somebody I shouldn't have did. Like, it was below my standards.
Okay.
I don't have no animosity.
Yeah.
It's below my standards. Like,
Because I feel like, as and I can't speak for all men again. I can speak for
bro,
only myself. But I feel like most men that
What
had
about you?
those. Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm not going to go into details, but it scarred me. it scarred me. Um, long story short, I the the experience, it was something that I told myself, yo, just moving forward, I'm gonna have to ask, specific questions before anything happens, when it comes to the the sexual interaction. You know what I mean? So yeah, it scarred me. it, nothing nothing the person did directly, but it was something that happened while it was going into it that I was just like, yuck. Like that shit was disgusting. Like, but
I just had one of those. Mine was kind of in the most like, this is below my standards. It was one of those like, no, this is the
so
last time.
so
This is the last
basically
time.
so basically the chick that you was dealing with was just like, one of those you don't know why you even accepted the invitation.
Yeah, it was only one time.
Okay.
So it was like, this is the last time. Like,
Ain't that a song?
yeah, but it's not the doesn't have the same meaning.
No, I know, but I was like, well, there's plenty of songs with that title.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but I definitely was
yeah,
like,
man.
like this is not beneath me, but like,
Because most
I
of
was
us
just
had
like,
those
I
most of
could
us
do
had
better.
those experiences when we were younger though. I
I
don't know anybody
was
that's
definitely
our
younger.
age.
I was younger,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know anybody that was our age that's dealing with that situation now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like most people that I hear these type of stories about, they like in their 30s already, and then they like, yeah, it happened in their teenage years or their 20s. And I'm like, yeah, that's about right. Like you should know by your 30s what you don't want or what you won't, deal with when it especially when it comes to sex. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
was just horny. There's no excuse.
well, that is an excuse. It probably
Nah,
wasn't a
that's no
good one.
excuse. It's no excuse. I could have did better.
But okay, was it more of the looks or was it her attitude? Was it the
I would say all the above.
okay, okay,
Intellect, everything. Like,
ah, okay. See, my situation was more.
she laughed at me.
My situation was more while it was going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and like I say her name offline, but I ain't gonna say it on here. But it was just more of when it was happening. It was just like, yo, what the f? Like, yo, like, what is like? It was just like you
What?
didn't want like it was one of those like WTF. Like it was
Uh
just
huh.
like wow. Like I didn't see that coming. Like I should have known better, but at that moment I wasn't thinking it, and I was just like, nah. I know I ain't just nah. That wasn't what I thought it was. And then when I did it again, I said, oh nah, no 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 nah.
Nah, just the whole experience for me was wild. Like, it was just how easy it was. Like, just like Shorty dumped her face in the pillows. Like, damn, you used to this. Like, this is beneath me. Like, she just straight bent over, threw her face in the pillow. Like, damn. I kind of felt bad in a sense.
Yeah. Why you gave it a 3 pump slump?
It was like 7 because I really like at this point I really didn't want to do it, but
Yeah, I bet you thought about it and you was like, it
like
was like
7.
7. But
You know, I get a 3-point slump if I'm not feeling her.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it like I don't have many of those situations. Like I know dudes that have stories and I'm like, yo, bruh, like you didn't like like I get it, every woman is different, but you didn't like do any type of studies. You was that horny that you like this kept happening over and over again. It's like
Sometimes,
nah.
bro, everybody got a joint that's like the last resort, bro. I had a joint that was like the
Mm,
last resort. I don't care what you trying to say. How you trying to present yourself to me. When everybody went through that phase,
yeah,
everybody had a joint that down to the last one.
yeah,
I know this is correct, right? It was one of those, like
yeah, yeah.
at least for me, it was one of those. Like
Okay,
she been trying to get a piece for a while. Let's see what it's about. And then
yeah.
upon meeting up, walking into my house and everything, it was just like, "Fuck are you doing, Chris?" But we already here, so
Like, yo, let's get this over with.
That's
But
exactly how
you here,
I was. Like
but you here
she
already,
was
so
she was extra, and I'm just like, yo, chill. Like we don't never do this. Like
yeah.
hurry up and get in the building before somebody see you. Like one of those. Like,
And see, yo, we'll have to, yo. I think we'll discuss this next week, but we'll have to get into like now I'm saying what was the
it's good,
main
bro.
like what was your main like goal in the early 2000s? Like, of course, like we all was horn dogs. Like, like, I mean, like late teens, early 20s, like we all was like, you know what I mean? Like we was just all trying to see which one we could dig into. Like I was more of the relationship type. Like I was just like, yo, yeah, I was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't just do something with it.
that day
Just
could not be single.
I couldn't, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that I had to be with somebody, but it was just like I never had sex with somebody that I wasn't with. Like anybody that I was with, those were the ones I had sex with until I got older. Then it was like, yo, fuck all that. But yeah, I didn't really miss anything because it's just like just like you getting buns, I am too. The only difference is I'm actually with them, not you, but like now I'm
I
saying
get it.
I knew dudes that was just like, yeah, I smashed, X, Y, and Z. Like, damn, you ain't feel bad? Like, nah, hell no.
And
Like, I got
not
mine.
at all. Like no, no, no.
Hell no, I got mine.
It's not like I'm. Well, for me, I wasn't selling dreams, so
Right.
no, I don't feel bad. Like every we got we both got what we want. Now we go about our way. Like
Yeah. Would you consider like yourself back then to how you are now? Would you say that there's anything that you would have probably done different when it came to women that you came across? Like,
some I would have.
was there one that you said, damn, like when you see her now, you're like, I wish I didn't do that to her.
I'd have handled some situations differently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
Me
gonna
as
just
well.
I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't know who's watching.
Yeah,
Some situations would have got handled differently.
yeah.
Um,
I'm the same. I won't say that I was actually with them, but because I didn't I didn't give notify I didn't notify I didn't tell them I didn't clear it up. I didn't say, yo, this is what it
I'll
is.
take it.
I didn't say this is
I'll
what it
take
is.
it.
I just left them hanging. Like now I'm saying that then come to find out by the time they hit me up again, I'm already dealing with somebody. So it was just like, you know, I wish I would have
My
just
son
said like, yo,
was my son was using the relationships to get some. You a creep.
but now like when I like now at 36, I think back on a couple of them and I just be like, yeah, I would have told her like, yo, like now I'm saying like you're just not my type. It just like not just stop talking to them because yeah, I did that a couple.
You mean like just you to just wish you to said no
Yeah,
to? Like,
yeah.
oh, I got a few of those. Did I got a few of them.
Like now I'm saying and it's like I don't feel horrible, but it's there'd be days I'd be even in my crib like I just be like I could be probably watching something like a movie or TV show and there'd be something similar, to what I probably went through and I'd be like, damn, yeah, I definitely did that. I definitely did that. Oh. Like apologizing years later when the shit already happened like 4 or 5 years ago. It's just like now
So you
people
have.
gonna be like,
It sounds like you got regrets.
I wish I would have just did it better. I won't say regrets because I don't live with it. I don't live with regrets as far as like um, it haunting me or it affected me in a way. But um, but yeah, because I dealt with things consistently a certain way. It was like
Mhm.
once once my relationship with my child's mother ended, that's when the I don't give a started to really come about as far as like the my attitude started to shift a little bit. But I can't make that as an excuse because it was still me, you know. But but yeah. Anyways, um, but yeah, man. As far as tomorrow, who you got? You think it's over?
It's over. I think it's over. I think Bam's still gonna do his thing, and Jimmy gonna get his, but it's over. Denver's too complete of a team.
As
I think Denver's just a better team. Like
Absolutely, absolutely. I ain't about to sit here and debate that. But every time people count Miami out, it's just one of those like it's one of those I don't know until I see it. Denver will have to like I'm talking about put foot on their necks the first like the tip off like don't come out shooting horrible like they did in game two because I watched that first half in game two. Michael
it was
Porter,
just those calls for me. I stopped watching it. I seen the way the game was going
yeah,
after the first half. I watched some of the third quarter, see it would change,
yeah,
and then I didn't see no change. Like, yeah, I'm not watching this no more.
Michael Porter Jr. got to show up, bro.
Yeah,
Like he don't have to show up, but he has to show up. Like
but the thing is, everybody else is showing up.
and they take his minutes.
Aaron Gordon showing up.
Aaron balled out last game.
Yeah, bro.
He balled out last game. 27, 26 or 27 points.
Yeah.
Like I think he had like 12, 11, 12 rebounds and like four
I
assists.
said I could do more than just dunk.
I
I
said,
could do
bro,
more than just be in the dunk contest every year.
I was like, yo, that's Orlando. That's Orlando, Aaron Gordon.
That's what Orlando didn't know what they had.
Yeah. But yeah, he kind of fell off. I mean, I won't say he fell off all the way, but his his athleticism. I don't know if it was because of injuries or he just wasn't happy anymore. But he still has it. It's not like
He
he
was
can't.
he was getting his shit pushed in Orlando. That'll change the mind frame of the most talented athlete.
Yeah,
Like, damn, am I really good as they say I am? Like, it
yeah,
creeps in your mind. Like,
right.
oh, what am I not doing? It's like, no matter what, we night in and night out, we getting we getting punched, bro. Like every
Yeah.
fucking night.
Um, what would you say final score to close it out? What would you say final score is?
I don't have an exact score, but I got Denver by double digits, like 12,
Okay.
15 range, somewhere around there. Miami's going to have to come out scorching hot, bro. Like,
Yeah. I can see
they're going to need Bam to step up something crazy.
If Miami wins, I don't think
And he's doing a lot.
yeah. If Miami wins, I don't see them winning by more than 4. It will be close.
Close game? I think so, too.
It will be close. But if Denver was to win, yes,
I think 4 to 8 points, that range somewhere around
yeah,
there, 4 to 8 points in Miami win. If Denver win, they're going to win by double digits.
yeah. I think Joker is going to have one of his best. You saw how Giannis was
Loud, what's going on,
you saw
bro?
how Giannis was
So,
2 years ago
mm-hmm.
when he had the game 7, the 50 piece. I think Joker's is I don't think he's going to hit a 50 piece, but I think he's going to do like a 30, 15, and 12.
Something like that.
And he do it so lanky. You ever see Joker run?
He's so uncoordinated. That's why Bam is busting his ass.
Yeah,
Bam is killing him
yeah,
when he got the pill.
yeah,
It's just that Bam can't stop him. Like Bam is busting his ass, honestly. Like, but Jokic's numbers make it look like what Bam doing is nothing, bro. Bam is putting up like 22 and 13.
And Joker is putting up
But
like
Jokic give you
28,
like
14,
28,
12.
15, and 12, bro. Like what?
With a block and a half.
Yeah, with a block, 2 steals, like bro, like
Yo, Yoke could be one of the most unorthodox players of all time. Like his game, his game is impeccable, but it's unpredictable as well.
It's pure.
Like, oh my goodness, like these European players, him, Dirk, Luca, even I even throw Manu in there. Manu was a beast.
But Mono go run.
Yeah,
Dirk is stretching for if like I thought Miami was gonna come out pushing the pace and not playing. I get it, that's they style is half court. Like they're gonna be them,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But I thought they would push the pace a little bit more because he's out of shape and people know this night in and night out. The best teams have the best success when they push the pill against that team, period. Like
yeah. But yeah, if Denver wins, I see it more than 10.
I said when Denver wins. What does that do for Carmelo's legacy in fucking Denver?
Oh
Because
man,
to
and
me,
then
he
but
has no
Joker,
legacy.
but Joker has his number. Joker has 15.
That's what. That's not Melo's number, bro. That's Joker's number. We keeping it
That's
all the way up there. That's the Joker's number, bro.
I when I first seen it, I was like, wow, they didn't even try to hide that. Like
But
and it's like,
to be real, what did Melo really do for Denver?
I mean, got them to the conference finals. That was
What
it.
did he really do for Denver?
I mean, highlights.
He got you highlights. Like he got people in the seat.
I mean, but that's my dude, man. I mean, I get it. He didn't do
Now
anything
he balled out, but
yeah.
Joker's got them in the finals, bro. And if they win,
Oh
Carmelo,
man. Yeah.
Car-
Yeah.
you the guy that played for the Knicks, you mean number 7.
Yeah.
Only 15 years, Jokic. Like,
Mhm.
for real, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Melo, I don't think Melo can even argue. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's and I get it. Some of these players they be wanting their numbers. Like Tyreek Hill, I remember Tyreek felt some type of way because Isaiah Pacheco took his number.
Mhm.
And I was just like, I can see why he's pissed because he actually got a Super Bowl with them with that number. You know what I'm saying? And
But he's also not a Hall of Famer yet either. Carmelo is gonna be a Hall of Famer.
but would you really put Tyreek on the same level as Carmelo right now? I wouldn't. Is he? Like, is
I
he
mean,
really? Because Tyreek is known for his
he's a
speed.
stat
Like,
stuffer.
yeah,
He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's the fucking
yeah,
goods. I couldn't stop him in a phone booth. Like I'm not even gonna say it in front, but
yeah,
son, he got numbers. Like
right. It's because, I mean, I had to really watch his highlights, and I'm like, yo, he really don't catch the ball with his hands. He catch the ball with his body.
he don't have to. He blowing DBs out the water, bro, off the line. Only thing you gotta do is make sure you get him the ball.
Yeah,
Like
you definitely can't. You can't let him go past you. You can't. You,
the thing is with Tyreek Hill, you gotta know at some point in time in this game, he's gonna toast you. You just gotta have short memory. Like
yeah, you
if
can't.
the best
can't.
DB's gonna get toasted,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
some
because
point in time.
what he did to Tampa that year, he had like 200 in the first half.
Oh yeah, you saw what they did to his ass in the Super Bowl. That was the same year.
Yep. He gave him the peace sign. They did it right back to him.
And yeah. But also you see they kept blanket coverage over him. You know, they kept somebody over the top and underneath him. They bracketed him.
Yeah.
Like they made Patrick Mahomes go to other people, like outside of Travis Kelce and fucking
And
Tyreek
yeah.
Hill. Juju
Yeah.
was a no-show. Like
But Juju wasn't there yet. I think Juju didn't come until after Tyreek left, right?
I feel like he was there that year they lost.
Hmm.
He was a no-show.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, man, we running out of time. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Even if you didn't tune in today, please watch us. You know, like, comment, share, support,
Yeah.
show love, whatever you feel is
YouTube
necessary.
page coming soon, all that.
Yeah, man. We trying to push this this brand as much as possible. If y'all have any questions or ideas or anything that y'all didn't hear yet that we didn't speak on or y'all would love for us to speak on, please, tell us. Y'all can contact me. Y'all could contact Chris, Dev, whoever. Y'all could go on the Three Kings page. Y'all could contact us individually. It don't matter. Right now, I'm saying we always have our
But
discussions during the week before we even bring it to y'all live. But much love. We appreciate y'all for
Coach
tuning in.
Eli, Coach Dark Chocolate Drop, how you doing? Pause. That name is crazy. Please get in there.
It sound
How
like
you
from
doing? How
Kevin.
you doing?
It sound like from
It
Kevin
is in
Hart.
there.
Dark chocolate drop. But yeah, we appreciate y'all. Much love. And again, like, share, comment. You know, we appreciate anything that y'all do for us. And you know, we see y'all next week. Till then, y'all enjoy. Stay safe, and we see y'all. Peace.
Peace.